Hi viewers, welcome to Meghala Nurses Academy. This YouTube channel is established to enhance the knowledge of student nurses and professional nurses. This Meghala Nurses Academy will be helpful to prepare for all kind of competitive examinations like MRB, RRB, MOH, NIMANS and etc. Viewers, please subscribe Meghala Nurses Academy to receive the daily updates from this channel. Now we are going to discuss about MCQs on Pediatric Nursing Part 1. First question, the best position for examination of cardiac murmur in a child is option A sitting, option B standing, option C right lateral, option D recumbent. The right answer is option B standing because the standing position can reliably rule out pathologic heart murmurs in pediatric patients. So the right answer is option B standing. The best position for examination of cardiac murmur in a child is option B standing. Second question, which of the following is a essential criteria for rheumatic fever? Rheumatic fever is a non-contagious acute fever which is caused by group A streptococcus. Option A arthritis, that is the inflammation of the joints. Option B fever. Option C erythrocyte sedimentation rate. And option D is a positive throat culture. The right answer is option D, positive throat culture, because throat culture remains the criterion standard for confirmation of group A streptococcal infection. Rheumatic fever caused by a group A streptococcal infection. So the right answer is option D, positive throat culture. Which of the following is the essential criteria for rheumatic fever? Option D, positive throat culture. Third question, drug of choice in status epilepticus in children is option A phenytoin, option B diazepam, option C phenobarbital, option D valproate. The right answer is option B diazepam because the current first line drug for status epilepticus is diazepam. Phenobarbital, phenytoin, valproate are reserved for second line treatment. Diazepam is used mainly for emergency treatment of seizures because of their quick onset of action, availability in intravenous forms and strong anticonvulsant effect. So the right answer is option B diazepam. Drug of choice in status epilepticus in children is option B diazepam. Fourth question, second most commonest brain tumor is option A medulloblastoma. It is a primary central nervous system tumor. It begins in the brain or spinal cord. And option B is a ependymoma. It is a type of tumor in the brain or spinal cord. Ependymoma begins in the ependymal cells in the brain and spinal cord. And option C is a brainstem glioma. It is a disease in which benign or malignant cells form in the tissues of the brainstem. And option D is a astrocytoma, is a tumor that arises from the star-shaped cells that form the supportive tissues of the brain. The right answer is option D, astrocytoma, because most common cancerous brain tumor in children is medulloblastomas. The second most common brain tumor in children is astrocytomas. About 35% of childhood brain tumors are astrocytomas. So the right answer is option D, astrocytoma. Second most commonest brain tumor is option D, astrocytoma. Fifth question, diarrhea causes option A metabolic acidosis. There is too much acid in the body fluid. And option B is a metabolic alkalosis, a disease state where the body pH is elevated to greater than 7.45. And option C is a respiratory acidosis, is a condition that occurs when lungs cannot remove all the carbon dioxide the body produces. And option D is a respiratory alkalosis, is a condition marked by a low level of carbon dioxide in the blood due to the breathing excessively. The right answer is option A, metabolic acidosis, because diarrheal stool have a higher concentration of bicarbonate than plasma. The net result is metabolic acidosis with volume depletion. So the right answer is option A, metabolic acidosis. Diarrhea causes option A, metabolic acidosis. Sixth question, commonest cause of abdominal pain in children is option A porphyria, is a group of disorder caused by an over accumulation of porphyrin. And option B, worm colic, that is a colicky abdominal pain due to the worm. And option C is a lead poisoning. And option D is appendicitis, that is inflammation of the appendix. The right answer is option B, worm colic, because this is the commonest cause of abdominal pain of the children. So the right answer is option B, worm colic. Commonest cause of abdominal pain in children is option B, worm colic. Seventh question, breast milk jaundice is due to option A, excess calcium ion, option B, vitamin K excess, option C, iron excess, and option D, hyaluronidase in milk. The right answer is option D, hyaluronidase in milk, because hyaluronidase is a substance which is present in the mother's milk that inhibit the ability of infant's liver to process the bilirubin. So the right answer is option D, hyaluronidase in milk. Breast milk jaundice is due to option D, hyaluronidase in milk. Eighth question, celiac disease is due to sensitivity to. Celiac disease is an immune reaction to eating gluten. Celiac disease is due to sensitivity to option A, milk, option B, maize, option C, wheat, and option D is a meat. The right answer is option C, wheat, because a protein found in the wheat is called gluten. When people eat gluten, their body mounts an immune response that attack the small intestine, which leads to damage on the villi. So the right answer is option C, wheat. Celiac disease is due to sensitivity to option C, wheat. Ninth question, most common cause of hemolytic uremic syndrome. Hemolytic uremic syndrome is a condition that can occur when a small blood vessels in the kidneys become damaged and inflamed. This damage can cause clots to form in the vessels. Most common cause of hemolytic uremic syndrome is option A, E. coli, option B, Shigella, option C, Salmonella, option D, Pseudomonas. The right answer is option B, Shigella, because Shigella is the most common cause of hemolytic uremic syndrome. So the right answer is option B, Shigella. Most common cause of hemolytic uremic syndrome is option B, Shigella. 10th question, commonest cause of anemia during childhood is option A, vitamin B12 deficiency, option B, folic acid deficiency, option C, pyridoxine deficiency, and option D, iron deficiency. The right answer is option D, iron deficiency, because the most common cause of anemia is not getting enough iron. A child who is anemic does not have enough red blood cells or hemoglobin level. So the right answer is option D, iron deficiency. Commonest cause of anemia during childhood is option D, iron deficiency. 11th question, the most important sign of iron deficiency is option A, lethargy, that is a lack of energy and enthusiasm, and option B, weakness, option C is pallor, that is a pale skin, and option D is polyphagia, that is a excess eating or appetite. The right answer is option C, pallor, because pallor is the most commonly encountered physical findings in patient with anemia. So the right answer is option C, pallor. The most important sign of iron deficiency is option C, pallor. 12th question, breakdown of 1 gram hemoglobin yields option A, 20 milligrams bilirubin, option B, 35 milligrams bilirubin, option C, 3.5 milligrams bilirubin, option D, 2 milligrams bilirubin. The right answer is option B, 35 milligrams bilirubin, because 1 gram of hemoglobin yields 35 milligrams of bilirubin, which is carried in loose association with albumin of the plasma by systemic circulation. So the right answer is option B, 35 milligrams bilirubin. Breakdown of 1 gram hemoglobin yields option B, 35 milligrams bilirubin. 13th question, the best screening test in hemophilia is option A, bleeding time, option B, clotting time, option C, activated partial thromboplastin time, and option D, prothrombin time. The right answer is option C, activated partial thromboplastin time, because activated partial thromboplastin time is a screening test that helps to evaluate a person's ability to appropriately form blood clots. So the right answer is option C, activated partial thromboplastin time. The best screening test in hemophilia is option C, activated partial thromboplastin time. 14th question, commonest type of leukemia in children is option A, acute lymphocytic leukemia, option B, acute myeloid leukemia, and option C, chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and option D is chronic myelogenous leukemia. The right answer is option A, acute lymphocytic leukemia, because most childhood leukemias are acute lymphocytic leukemia. So the right answer is option A, acute lymphocytic leukemia. Commonest type of leukemia in children is option A, acute lymphocytic leukemia. 15th question, external genitalia can be clearly differentiated in a fetus by option A, 12 weeks, option B, 20 weeks, option C, 8 weeks, option D, 10 weeks. The right answer is option A, 12 weeks, because males become externally distinct between 8 to 12 weeks. An androgen enlarges the phallus and producing an ambiguous penis with a phallic urethra and a thinned rugated scrotum. So the external genitalia clearly differentiated at 12 weeks. So the right answer is option A, 12 weeks. External genitalia can be clearly differentiated in a fetus by option A, 12 weeks. 16th question, a child starts to take self-decision by the age of option A, 7 years, option B, 3 years, option C, 10 years, option D, 12 years. The right answer is option A, 7 years, because the child starts to take small decisions by the age of 7 years only. So the right answer is option A, 7 years. A child starts to take self-decision by the age of option A, 7 years. 17th question, anemia, leukopenia, and thrombocytopenia can be collectively termed as. Anemia means that is a lack of the blood or RBC. Leukopenia is a low level of the WBC, and thrombocytopenia is the low level of the platelets. So anemia, leukopenia, and thrombocytopenia can be collectively termed as option A, pancytopenia, that is a decrease in all three blood cell types, that is a lack of the RBC, WBC, and platelets. And option B is a erythropoiesis, that is a production of the RBC. And option C is a erythroblastosis, that is a hemolytic anemia. And option D is a leukemia, that is a blood cancer. The right answer is option A, pancytopenia. Anemia, leukopenia, and thrombocytopenia can be collectively termed as option A, pancytopenia. 18th question, the bone most frequently fractured during delivery is option A, radius, option B, clavicle, option C, ulna, option D, femur. The right answer is option B, clavicle, because clavicle was the commonest bone fracture during the delivery. 45.7% of the fracture are clavicle fracture during the delivery. So the right answer is option B, clavicle. The bone most frequently fractured during delivery is option B, clavicle. 19th question, capacity of stomach in a newborn is option A, 20 ml, option B, 30 ml, option C, 50 ml, option D, 100 ml. The right answer is option B, 30 ml, because the capacity of the newborn stomach is 30 ml. So the right answer is option B, 30 ml. Capacity of stomach in a newborn is option B, 30 ml. 20th question, the principal determinants of catch-up growth. Option A, protein, option B, energy, option C, vitamins, option D, minerals. The right answer is option B, energy, because as growth represents an increment in the net energy content of the body. Energy intake must exceed energy expenditure for tissue deposition to take place. So the right answer is option B, energy. The principal determinants of catch-up growth is option B, energy. Thank you viewers. Thanks for watching this video. Viewers, please subscribe Meghla Nurses Academy to receive the daily updates from this channel. Click the bell icon for your notification. I would like to thank all the viewers and subscribers for your support and encouragement. Thank you.